Hello, everyone. Okay, so this is going to be post commentary.
For today's episode. I had recorded live commentary for the entire thing, but I just watched back and my mic was um, basically you could not hear me for the video, which was just kind of weird. But I'm here to do post commentary, so I guess we'll just kind of watch together and we'll give my thoughts and I can retell some of the cool stories I told. But yeah, so we started out in Harrison's today. We left off from episode 2 where I had broken a bunch of my gear, which kind of stunk because it takes a lot of gems, especially when you're tier 1. You don't have a ton of excess gems to repair when it's broken. So, if I recall, I was just going to kind of go on my way without a ton of gear. Of course, I know what's going to happen in this episode already, so I don't want to spoil the episode now. I want you guys to see and experience the experience I had, and it was quite a time. Um, Man, this is kind of weird to do post commentary. It's much harder than I thought it would have been. Probably should have grabbed a glass of water because I just was gonna edit right after recording live, so my voice might be a little raspy. I'm not quite sure. Hopefully, I'm loud enough now. I suppose because it's a separate audio track now. That was my issue. I had recorded a one track, which was my problem. So now I'm just gonna separate it. But yeah, I kind of took all the gear that I wasn't gonna use. I just put it in scrap there with the merchant. Looks like I'm putting it into more scrap. Yeah. Man, this post commentary stuff is weird. Guess I can talk about my day. I woke up. I woke up pretty early today. The dogs. I have two small dogs. They were both barking this morning, so I woke up to that. It's kind of annoying because I wanted to sleep in. It's a Friday. I didn't have anything to do really, but they're dogs, so what are you gonna do? So I woke up pretty early. I had breakfast. I had a Pop Tart for breakfast. That was kind of a treat. I don't typically have Pop Tarts for breakfast. And a glass of milk with it. Also, right here, just to think about the game, it looks like I'm doing the warrior path. Um, I believe I had asked you guys in the YouTube comments to pick which path after the skill, um, which way I was going to go, either left, down, or right. We figured we could do a little bit of involvement based. At least I tried here. I try to make sure, but yeah, and leave a comment in the comments video which direction I should go with my tree skill or my skill tree. All right. Yeah. So we're going to the windmill, or my day. My day. We're going to my day. So my day. I woke up. I had a Pop Tart that was nice. And really, what kind of happened for my day? So I came on the back porch, which is where I typically hang out in the house. I think I played little bit of Super Smash Brothers, both Melee and Ultimate. I'm very fond of that game series, and I played a little bit. I did some homework. I'm a college student. Finals are coming up. Studying, exams. Finals, final projects. So did a little bit of that, and then I said, let me record another episode. So I worked on episode 2, and I finished that all up. I finished it all. I was pretty happy with the result, so I had to render it and upload it to YouTube and all that stuff with my software, blah blah blah. And oh man, and it went up live. I was very happy with the people that immediately got to see the video. They were generally happy with it. So if you saw it right away, appreciate you. Thank you very much. Great to hear the good feedback. Definitely warms my heart a little bit knowing that someone somewhere enjoyed what I did. So that was nice. And then I had to take a break. I took the dogs for a walk, and I have two dogs. I took each individually because God forbid, I can't take them both at the same time. They're both crazy. One's 14 pounds, one 12 pound. So they're small, they yip, and they're crazy. Um, yeah, it looks like I killed this elite for some portal shards, which is nice. This chest usually gives me lots of 10 gems. That's pretty good. And I was doing some stuff. I did some more homework. I had to go get some groceries. I did that. What else? I vacuumed. There were some Christmas decorations that needed to go up, so I did that. Um, not much really. I didn't do that much today. I had to go get. I ordered dinner and I had to go pick it up. So I picked that up. I was pulled pork sandwiches and mac and cheese. That was delicious. I had actually before recording episode 3 with the live commentary, I had just eaten that, so I'm still not. I'm still very full from when I was doing that. This is right after that, so I think I was gonna head to tier 2 here, but I said, oh, these tier 1s are on the right and the way. There's 2 chests, so I'll just kill them real quick. Actually, there might be 3 chests if I'm not mistaken, but whatever the case may be. We get some food here, and then I think in the top chest I got like a whole bunch of gems. I guess we'll find out here together. Yeah, and yeah, I mean, I didn't really do that much today. After I ate dinner, I came out here and I recorded episode 3. Noticed there was a problem with the audio. Also, there was the sword I thought he dropped, but I couldn't find it. And now I'm just kind of doing this. I got 62 gems. That's big. That's a big chest for tier 1. And then I'm doing this again. Oh, it snowed today. It was nice. I'm in a region where there is tons of snow, so that was a thing. The car was very cold when I went out to go get groceries. It's kind of weird because I'm watching my video as I do this post commentary just to make sure I kind of line it up right, and I can kind of hear my own commentary as I go. So it's like kind of funky almost to like hear my gameplay and the old audio of me talking to nobody, and then to hear me now talking to nobody again. It's just very weird and kind of surreal. However you pronounce that word. So I'm drinking some pots here. I'm pretty low. I'm not good at DungeonRealms. I've played DungeonRealms a very long time. I'm just not good at the game. I love it. I have so much fun playing, and it's even more fun when you play with people. But that does not change the fact that I am just bad. I'm really not that good. And no Johns, haha, no Johns. But I did just get a new mouse and keyboard. So for episode 1 and 2, I was using that, and the keyboard was just a keyboard, but the new mouse was so much more sensitive than my previous one. So for this 3rd episode, the gameplay, I actually switched to my old mouse, which I think helped me a little bit, but it still was not quite that easy for me to make sure I was doing all right. At this point, it's really hard to post commentate because it's just this is grinding. Everyone that's played this game, everyone that's probably going to watch this video, has done this hundreds of times. Well, 100, yeah, maybe 100 times. So this is probably pretty boring for everyone. So, which is hopefully I can tell some good stories. Probably would have been better if I wrote down some topics of conversation before I had started this post commentary. But I don't know. I guess to talk about myself. I'm I'm a staff member. That's pretty cool. Okay, yeah. I don't really know what else to say about that. But it looks like, oh man, I don't want to spoil anything, but something funny happens pretty close here, I think, about. And yeah, just farming tier 2. I'm level 11. I think at some point I said my goal for the episode was to make it to level 15 so I could wear any and all tier 2 drops that I got. So, yeah, that was kind of my goal for the episode. You might be able to tell by the length of the episode that I reached that. I don't think that's much of a spoiler since you could kind of probably figure that out on your own. So I do end up getting to level 15. I'll say that now. But it was a process, and if you keep watching with me, you'll figure that out, and you'll see. But yeah, guild update is on December 15th, and I think that is just going to be December 19th. Oh my goodness, what did I say? It's going to be awesome. There have been a ton of cool people that have been working out. Shout outs to Kendrish. Mithril, he's goated. He's done a ton of work. Oh, right here, I couldn't figure out why I couldn't put my tier 2 pants on. It's because I wasn't level 15. I think this was probably when I wanted to get to level 15 for the end of the episode. But yeah, Mithril, shout out to him. He's done, amazing. Zilrum, I've seen he's been doing tons and tons of region editing and tons of stuff. So I shout out to both of them. The whole GD team has done great. Um, the moderation team. This ending of, oh, what the whole ending of the wipe. There was still quite a few people that were active. So thanks for keeping up with the moderation. Um, and then Bungeon opened up recently within the past week or so. Felipe, shout out to you. You've done a wonderful job making sure that the wipes have been consistent, and then all the moderation team again for moderating Bungeon. I appreciate all of your hard work and effort that goes into that. I really, really do. Um, just 1 second here while I turn my Discord to D&D. I didn't realize was not expecting some dings there. Yeah, and then Asian, of course. Mr. Bayesian. Thank you very much for being an owner. Disregard, thank you very much for being an owner. Knee Snap, thank you very much for being an owner. The dev team, this would not be possible without the dev team. We always have those memes about guild. Oh, I died here, by the way. Yikes. Is it the first death of the episode and the last, or the first of maybe 2 or 3 or 4 deaths? Who knows at this point? But that's number 1 for the episode counter and number like 18 million for the series so far. So, oh man, it was tough. So that was the free. Okay, notice this is some post commentary. Notice I kept those Heritage and TP books in my inventory, right? I didn't put them back in my bag. A little foreshadowing for you. Yeah. So what I was gonna do rather than repair my stuff, I was gonna go get my stuff and then use the 20 scrap that I had on my person when I died to repair my axe right away. I think that's probably what I was just pointing to there. But yeah, and the dev team, they've done just it's immeasurable to know how much they've done because I'm not a coder. I told you I'm not a techie person. So to know that they've made all of it possible is just it's awesome, and it's heartwarming to know that there are individuals out there who are willing to do the coding for it, and it's just really awesome. I appreciate it a lot. I know everybody will appreciate it once they're able to see how awesome the guild update is. I think you guys are in for a treat. I think they're gonna show them some love because they deserve it all. Chroniclers, I know there's not a ton of quests in the game right now, but if I can not spoil anything, I would never spoil anything or leak anything. But I do know that they have some pretty sweet quests lined up to be added fairly soon. I would think. I know they know how to write it like in the code format or something like that. I'm not quite entirely positive myself, but they're going to come along and they'll be there. Looks like I got my stuff back. And who else? The builders. Oof, the builders. Ken included. The builders and the Ken. They just. It's amazing to see on like the staff shard and the staff stuff like that, to see the massive amounts of buildings. You guys, if you watched the teaser trailer, the first teaser trailer for the guild update, there was like a few seconds or so of in this world where it was like all these platforms and they had buildings on them. It's amazing to go on that shard as a staff member and just see all the things that they do. It's like, wow, I'm sitting there doing whatever just in my daily life, and then they're like on DR and like building amazing building, and it's like, wow. And then you're gonna see them in the guild update and it's gonna be like, wow, like I know this person, they built this building, they told me, or I know this person, they built this and they helped with that. It's gonna be really cool. It's gonna be awesome. Right? Anytime you do something and it gets into something and it's really cool, you're proud of yourself, and you should be. So I hope that everyone that did something for this team is proud of themselves. The QA team, I know they've been they haven't had a ton, which is no fault of their own, but for what they have done, they've done a great job. I know the guild update, the numbers, deciding the values for all that stuff, testing it. It's not been easy. I know it's all new content, so I'm sure there'll be kicks. What's that? Kinks and something else. I forgot the word, but it'll all work out, I'm sure. I think that's everyone. The GM team, of course, goes without saying. I represent GM team Woo. We're awesome. Just to toot our own horns, I guess, for a couple seconds there. I got my first tier 2 chest plate. It's better than my rare. Perfect. Yeah, so I have some good stuff on me. I mean, it's not good stuff, but progression stuff. I should say. What else can I talk about? Oh man, I'm graduating from my college. It's pretty cool. I'll be moving to transfer to another college for a new program, about 90 minutes away from where I currently am. So I am very excited. I get to move into an apartment I signed a lease for a couple weeks ago in mid-January. So I'm looking forward to being able to do that. Um, it'll be good. It'll be really good. Be able to do a lot more things that I haven't been able to now. What else? I'm East Coast, so right now for me doing this post commentary at 6:07. Also, I didn't realize I was getting hit right here. I think this was the time. Yeah, right there. So I'm sitting in a room that is 3 walls, window. So right now, it's like it was like 30 degrees out. So I have a space heater, but the space heater was pointed right at me for like 70 degrees because I had just come out recently, so it was still warming up the room. And it was pointing right at me. It was 70 degrees, and man, I was hot. So I reached over to turn off, and in the time that I reached over, I had died there. So I was kind of upset. Notice again, I have my Harrison book. I took the T-Worm Orb to get some scrap to repair some of my stuff. And then if you saw in the chat there was another player on, C Santar77. They said they had a gift for me. I guess I didn't realize that they said that at the time because I didn't see it. You'll see later on that I acknowledged them, but for the time being, I didn't. I don't believe. Um, and yeah, so I was just I was upset in the moment because I felt like that death, while I have been dying a lot, was kind of undeserved just because it was like, come on, I was like AFK kind of sort of for a couple seconds. It only took 2 seconds. Doesn't take long to die in DR. Get a couple mobs that are a little bit stronger than you, and then boom, you're dead. That's death 2 of the episode. All right. Also, I was kind of weirded out. I didn't realize that I would only get one. I only got one pot when I died. I was kind of like, what the heck? I was kind of surprised. Um, I think I just reiterated that the comments in the YouTube video can pick left, down, or right. That's up to you guys. So leave a comment, which direction you think I should go. I think I'm explaining it now here in this thing. Or I might be reading the skill for all the players that maybe are not, maybe new, maybe they just found this video and they're like, oh, what's this, Minecraft server or something like that. Yeah, I think I was deciding which one I typically go in a normal, non-LP wipe, or just kind of play for myself. I think I'd do the sword tree with the fast skill where you can sprint and jump a little bit quicker for a few seconds. I like that one because I can run away from mobs really quick and then just get out of there if I need to. PvPers, sometimes they come after me if I'm mining KO, and I'm a PvE player. As I told you in the beginning of this, I am not good at this game. So PvP is just not good at DungeonRealms, but like Minecraft as a whole. I'm not that great. I just have a lot of fun playing it, so it's okay that I'm not good because I have fun. If I wasn't having fun and I wasn't good, I probably wouldn't play. So it's a good thing I have fun, I can tell you. But yeah, so I just I'm excited to move, go to the new college. It'll be a good change of pace. I've been at the current place I'm at, a while now. I just think with COVID, it'll be a good change of pace. It'll be a good change of, whatever, all those whatevers when you move somewhere new.
Using those.
This will not be the first time I've moved. I've moved, oh man, like 5 times in my short life. I've lived on my own like 8 times, or not 8 times. I moved 5 times. I've been on my own like a good long time here, and I don't know. I like living alone because it's just a lot more peaceful. There's nobody around. Also, my stuff's right there. I almost freaking died again. That really sucked. Yeah, and I said, let me just get my stuff and then kind of get away because I don't want to die again. Potentially lose all my items by that 5-minute timer that Minecraft has for despawning entities that are on the ground. So I healed up and I kind of killed this guy. Yeah, I mean, man, I'm looking at how much time there is, and it's about almost 20 minutes in the episode of me just doing this commentary, and that means I have like about 20 more minutes left which is crazy because it feels like I have been talking forever. I figured out how to make sure I get the audio track separate for next time I record, so I won't have to do this, and it'll be a lot more natural, a lot less lot less. What do I say now? So this time is definitely a scuffed episode. This is going to be scuffed. I'm sure if you're listening as far as you have now, you are aware that this is just not a great video. But I am trying. I've never done anything like this before, minus the first two episodes. I've made like home movies of like whatever, but that doesn't really count in my mind. It's just like collages of pictures of people and stuff like that. In the first two, some people they said they like the intros of my episodes. I had a ton of fun making those. I found this website where it's all like stock footage and videos that you could just use, royalty free, copyright free, all that stuff. And I was like, oh, and I went to like the top like 100, and a couple of those were on there. I was like, oh, of course, like the women are gonna be. I saw it's kind of funny that was what it was. But I said, oh, because when I was in like seventh grade Spanish class, right, like they send you home like make a presentation or a video or home movie, you saying like this is my. Oh, I also died here again. That's episode Death 3. The Spanish was like make a home video of you, explaining things in your house. Like, okay, so I would go home and be like, esta, mi computadora or something like that. Like this is my computer, right? And so I would do those kind of videos, and I totally forgot where I was going with this. I don't remember at all where I am with this. I'm gonna try and think if I can remember where my point was. Also, that was a funny mistake. I tried to prepare with my bank open. Good. I'm trying to remember what I was thinking here. What was I just talking about? Some Spanish. Oh yeah, like I made home movies like for YouTube, just like the unlisted, just like for family, friends, and stuff like that. I could share as I wanted to. Nothing you guys can see because that's like a personal whatever. But it's funny because like I have like some experience, but I saw the stock footage. Oh, that's where I was because in those Spanish videos, I would, it was so funny. It's seventh grade Spanish class. All right. Oh, Mark, it's your turn to present me. Okay, great. So I go up to the front of the class. I plug in my old, my flash drive into the teacher's computer. I load up my movie and I press play. And it was like a 15-minute presentation. There was everybody else's before me's were like 3-4 minutes maximum. So it's 15 minutes. We're like, whoa, Mark, geez, like it's 15 minutes. And I'm like, oh, you guys just watch. And the first 2.5 minutes, I'm going to start laughing to myself. The first 2.5 minutes of my Spanish project in seventh grade were wild. I found some footage on Nero video editing. That's what I had on the computer at the time. Of like stock footage of wild horses running on a beach, like an ocean beach or something. And I like did it so like it plays and then like it unplays itself so it looks like they're running backwards, but like it looks like they're running forwards more. I don't know. I can't explain it well. And so for like the first 2.5 minutes, I just had the horses running, and then like with like some like random Spanish like meme something or other audio playing like over it, and and like I had memorized the meme audio just like so I would know it. So when I could sit there and the teacher's desk and people could see me from the class, I would look like I'm singing along to the Spanish and I knew it all. And I was like super fluent, and it was really really funny. And so 2 minutes and like 30 seconds or whatever went by, and my Spanish continues my presentation, and I'm doing the actual presentation. I'm like laying on my bed and like I'm gonna go to sleep, and then I say I'm going to go to sleep, and then I pretend I'm going to sleep or something, or this is my toilet, and I would show a picture of my toilet in the bathroom, something like that. And I was I did that, and then to the end of the presentation, after I'd done my presentation, I had done bloopers. And I had more bloopers footage than I had actual footage. But as you might have recalled from my first and second episodes, I had done a lot of editing with like voice audio clips and stuff, which were, hindsight, really stupid and just kind of ignorant and not needed. but I had done that for my bloopers in seventh grade. So it was like, I messed up the grammar when I was practicing actual doing my line. And so I would put it as a blooper, and then like after it, I'd be like, "Oh, you messed up." But I would use it like I would find Spanish that text, like I would find it in Spanish. So it'd be really funny. And I had a friend that was taking French as well. Also, I died again. That's the fourth death of the episode. Just thought I'd mention that. Also, now I have a lot of broken gear. I now have only a weapon and training leggings on, which really sucked. So I had a friend in French, and she had me she had me do the same thing, but for her. But I was like, I don't speak French. I literally know no French. I know un deux trois, and then there's like there's something else I know. It's s'il vous plaît, celui-là, s'il vous plaît, something like that. And I was like, I don't know Spanish. I don't know French. I can't edit your video because I don't know what you're saying and how to edit what you're saying. She was like, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. I was like, okay. So she gave me all her footage on her flash drive and you transferred it over, whatever. Back when we were kids, we thought we were super computer geeks, just transferring over files from one flash drive to another. If a computer had two USB ports, man, technology is crazy nowadays. And, oh man, I forget so many things. Some of the staff members, they'll notice that they'll see that me forgetting random thoughts in my head, and they'll say, "Oh man, this is why Mark forgets to do things. It's because he can't remember anything once he starts talking." Um, oh, so I couldn't edit her French thing. So what I did was I spent like all night. It was like a Friday night. I was gonna go bowling, I think, or something. I was gonna go somewhere. Maybe it was a football game up at our high school. But I stayed at home and I edited this French video the best that I could. And she didn't get like a bad grade. I mean, it wasn't a good grade, but she didn't get a bad grade. And I was like really surprised because I knew like new French, no French. Um, I do wish that I was more fluent in English, like non-English languages. Like, well, I guess that would be any language that isn't English. It's just such a being bilingual or trilingual or multilingual is just such a skill and an asset. And I wish that I was better at like language as a whole. I have a more math focused brain. Um, and it's funny because what I'm in school for is not math related at all. Um, all throughout my primary education, I was really good at math. I was in like like 3 or 4 years advanced math classes. Like I was a seventh grade kid, sitting with a bunch of juniors in high school, learning about like calculus or something. I remember, I was it or was it? It might have been eighth grade. I was taking calculus with a bunch of juniors. It might have been. Um, and just like sitting there, and they'd be like, "Oh, like," and that'd be like, "Haha!" But then I would fail seventh grade English class or eighth grade English class. It was just like, oh man, and it wasn't because I couldn't do the English work. I hated English. Like read this book, and it's like, well, I don't want to, so I wouldn't. But here's do this math homework. I'd be like, all right, cool. Where's the extra homework I want to do? Where's the quote practice that I just wanted to do for fun because it wasn't practice. I was just enjoying doing the math. And then as I went to higher ed, I also got new boots. I put them on as soon as I get a combat. As I got to higher ed, I was like, oh well, like math's cool, but what about this? And so I tried doing that. I didn't like it at all. I ended up switching my major. And then I was in that major and I didn't like that either. So I actually switched my majors like 4 times in higher ed before I'm on the one I'm on now. And the one I'm on now has nothing to do with math. And I feel like I'm, even now, like sitting here just like, I have finals coming up for classes and stuff. I just feel like I'm really wasting all of my potential academically because I'm in a field that I think I'll do well in, but I don't know if it's as something as I thought I was going to enjoy as much as I thought. And it's not necessarily all my strengths. Also, that C Santar guy pressed T, so this is where I acknowledge him again. I put 2 T's by accident, and then this guy, he put 3 T's, and you'll see I do something. I do, 1, 2, 3. Guess what I can do? I do 4 T's, but he's gone, so he didn't see it. And then we had a new guy join. He was 4D2. I think I made a joke about how, haha, you say it out loud, and it's like one of those anagram things. I think is what they're called, where it looks like sounds something. I don't know. I forget what they're called. It was cool. But I got my gear back. I got fitted with the drops I had that weren't my own gear because, my my stuff was broken in my bank. And but yeah, that was like one of my fond memories of Spanish class. Honestly, probably one of my only fond memories. My seventh grade Spanish teacher was not a nice lady, I would say. And then I went to eighth grade Spanish, and I had her again because that's just the way my school was. You had seventh and eighth grade Spanish the same. It was one teacher for it. And then I got to high school, and I took Spanish 3, and then high school Spanish 4 and Spanish 5. And the reason I took Spanish 4 and 5 was so that when I went to higher ed, also got a rare drop there. When I got to higher ed, I actually wouldn't have to take a language because if you take Spanish 4 and 5 in high school, that like counts as college, whatever. Also got a PM there, as you can see. So something like that. I think I mentioned live commentary that I would respond when that I would go to Harry's in a few minutes. Yeah, so I was like, like, oh man. Um, so I took Spanish. So when I got to higher ed, I didn't actually have to take a language, which was nice. It gave me more space to take electives and stuff if I wanted, which was definitely a plus for sure. And look at the time again, 31 minutes, 16 seconds so far. So I have a little bit more here. My outro is kind of scuffed. I think for this third episode, I'm not gonna do any fancy editing. I'm just gonna smack together this audio post commentary. Maybe like turn down the volume on the audio and of the gameplay in my old commentary, and then just kind of put them together, export, upload, and just kind of call it a day for episode 3. I want to keep my hot streak going, but I do have some responsibilities this weekend. Me and a couple of buddies are going to get a Christmas tree, so I think today's Friday right now for me. Saturday we're going to go get a Christmas tree. We're going to put it up. We're going to decorate it, whatever. Sunday I'll probably do a bit of schoolwork just to kind of get ready for the coming week, because this coming school week or this coming work week or like weekday week is the last week. Some finals are that week, and then the finals week is the following week. So it's kind of crunch time. I don't want to delay my schedule for uploads for YouTube, but it might be a little wonky for this a little bit. But then from December, mid-December, whenever that following week is done, up until when I move into my new apartment, I'll be able to do tons of content and stuff, which will be nice because content. Woo. And the guild update will be out, December 19th. Woo woo. And I'll be able to make a ton of content. I'm hoping for that, and that'll be super sweet. I'm not like I'm not some of these cool montage videos you might see about DR that posted in videos channel into Discord, but I think I offer a different experience. A very casual, not good at the game experience. And that's just that's how I play. I do have a guild that I play with sometimes if I'm active on the wipe, beyond my moderating responsibility. And it's up to them if they want to ever be guests. But I suppose I'm down for it if they ever want it to be. But I don't want to force them. It's up to them. Totally, they're allowed to be. They're allowed to have privacy and if they don't want to be that is a-okay with me. I also do have a brother that enjoys playing DR, so I think he might be interested. I think he told me he would want to be in an episode, so maybe here and there he might tune in and be a guest star, perhaps. I don't know. He is a minor, so I'm not quite sure how comfortable I feel with his voice being on my channel. But I mean, he's 17, but he's allowed to. Minors can talk, so we'll see. We'll figure it out. It'll be fun, I'm sure. It'll be an experience, definitely. The guild up there, I am excited. I really am. What can I say? What other story can I go over quick while I sort out my bank? Because I know I'm sitting at the bank here and trading with the merchant for like a minute and a half or 2 minutes here. Just it's kind of dull. What story can I say here? I mean, I gotta write a list of things that I can talk about just to kind of have, so I have ideas prompted in my head or prompted to read or look at, so I can just kind of know. But I guess while sitting here, I'll look around the room and see what I can see. Um, oh, I have a Switch. I have a Switch right here. I can talk about my Nintendo favorite games or something like that. I told you in the beginning I really enjoy Smash. That's just a series I grew up on. You know, Melee, and then Brawl. Um, I have so many hours into those two games. I think I overall I probably have more in Brawl just because that was more accessible once I had left my home originally. Just having a Wii was easier. I forgot to bring my GameCube when I left originally. Um, but that um, I actually didn't get a Wii U for Smash 4 after a while. Um, so I don't have a ton of hours. I mean, I have a considerable amount, but like relative or comparative to Brawl and Melee, I have like almost no hours. And if I don't, I've played 64. I've played Smash 64, but I have played um, very little. One of my friends that lived in Connecticut had it, and they had it. And I would play it with them, but I don't actually own it myself. So my experience with that game is limited. But Smash Ultimate, I have played. Switch. This Nintendo Switch has like a thing on the profile. You can see how much you've played um, of a game, and so I have like almost 900. I was like 885 or 890, coming up to 900 hours in Ultimate, which is pretty crazy considering that my Switch is like I don't like share it with anyone. I don't put it in a community place like in a dorm or something. It's like I only mine. So those almost 900 hours are like my hours, which is kind of insane. I mean, that's like a lot of hours, you know. The game's almost 2 years old. I think it came out December 7th, 2018. So it's almost 2 years old. I have 900 hours almost. That's pretty crazy to me. Um, what other games on the Switch I have? I played Octopath Traveler. I thought that was a really cool game. I think Primrose was probably my favorite character, followed by I can't remember now. What was it? Primrose was my favorite, and it was the thief. Oh man, I can't remember his name. It's been so long since I played that game actually, but he was the thief. I really liked his story. I thought his abilities were really cool in the game. He had these things where you double hit and you stole half the damage dealt of HP, or there was a like a mana points. I forget the actual system. It's actually been like 8 months, or probably since I loaded that game up. What other games do I have? I play Fire Emblem Three Houses. I played that game. I actually have not beat the game entirely yet. I'm on chapter 16. I think that's in part two. That is after the. I guess I won't say because spoilers. Just an off chance. But chapter 16 I'm on.
He's giving me cold.
And hmm,
Oh, that's funny.
what other games have I played recently? I just bought Assassin's Creed again.
All right. Well, he got
Ho
us.
ho ho, mother! How could you?
He's a pickaxe, so that's
You lost.
That's good. We need to get a pickaxe ourselves. I think
Yeah. So yeah, Assassin's Creed I played a little bit. I remember playing Assassin's Creed like the original one on the Xbox or the Xbox 360 or whatever it was like years ago. I had a lot of fun playing that game. So that's what I think about. My realm didn't load. I don't know why. It didn't load in the second episode either. What other games? I'm trying to think. Oh, Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild. Oh God, that game is it's just a great game. If you haven't played Breath of the Wild, I would. If you're able to, I recommend it. I absolutely do. It is a great game. It's just really, really good. I've been trying to get all the Korok seeds, so I've beaten the game, of course. I actually bought the DLC for it as well. It's been great. Also, cutting from my Switch stuff real quick, looking at the gameplay. I retrospectively, I hate what I was doing here. I repaired all my good armor here, but if you recall, I have a chest and leggings in my bank waiting for me to get level 15. But I spend a bunch of gems to repair it from broken just to get level 15 and put my tier 2 stuff on. So, I don't understand quite why I did that. But back to the Switch, I play a lot of I have Pokemon Sword. I am a big Pokemon fan. I know it's kind of like a nerd, considered nerdy, I guess, but I'm not really ashamed of it. I mean, I grew up on Pokemon. I had a Game Boy, and a Game Boy Advance. I had Yellow, Blue, Crystal, Soul. hold on. I said Soul Silver. Those are remakes. I had Yellow, Blue, Crystal, Silver, and then I had for the Game Boy Advance. I had Fire Red, Leaf Green, Sapphire, Emerald, and then the DS I had. Oh, no, the other the GBA. Oh, and then I had and then for the DS I had Diamond and Pearl and Platinum, all four. Which honestly I'm really happy because those, especially Platinum. Oh my God, the Platinum resale is stupid high. I don't understand. And then I had Black or White. I don't remember which one I had, but I think that's the 5th gen Black and White. That's the only gen I never finished. I didn't really enjoy those games. I don't remember. Maybe something was going on in my life at that time, but I just didn't really enjoy them that much. To me, they weren't as fun to me. And then I had X and Y, both of them. Um, I got X and then I got Y cheap from like a neighbor that just didn't want it anymore. And then I played the remake of Alpha Sapphire, which was really cool. I liked the Delta episode they had in the post game. I'm just trying to make sure I remember. Is that the last game? Oh, I played Sun and then Ultra Sun. Though those ones I also didn't have as much fun. I think if Ultra Sun was different than Sun, because I had Sun, I beat that, and then I got Ultra Sun. I was like, oh yeah, like a remake. That's or like a sequel or something like that. That's really cool. And the gameplay was the same, and I like it was sucked because I was just playing the same game over and over again. Felt like. And then Sword I got, and that's on the first game on the Switch for Pokemon. Well, actually, hold on before I get to Sword. I have Let's Go Eevee, which was cool, but I actually didn't finish that one either because I played through Fire Red so many times. Kanto, while I love Gen 1, it's probably my favorite gen. I just playing through Kanto so many times on my Game Boy, it kind of wore me out. And then also like Soul Silver, I had in the Johto regions and stuff. Played through a lot of Kanto, so Let's Go Eevee just kind of, and also like I played a lot of Pokemon Go on my phone, so like the whole novelty of throwing a Pokeball instead of trying to battle it and catch it was kind of not there for me because I had played so much Pokemon Go up these past years. So the other thing. Also, I got to level 15, so I'm going back to Harrison's to put my gear and then probably end the episode. Um, yeah, so I played a lot of Pokemon. So Pokemon Sword, I was playing. I was in Florida when I got it. I caught a shiny, like 4th Pokemon. I just randomly got it, and I was like, "What the hell?" My friend Joe was in Florida with me, and he started freaking out because he has never gotten a shiny in his entire life across all games, so he was mad. And yeah, and I play a lot of games, and I was watching Wolfie VGC. He's a YouTuber, and I never realized how competitive Pokemon, like how in depth it is. It's crazy. He plays doubles. It is crazy. There is so much nuance. You think of League and it's like really like in depth and skill or whatever. I don't play League. I have no idea if it really is or it's like a meme or whatever. But I never realized. So I was recently, as recent as yesterday, I'm going through my Emerald again. I'm just like replaying the game kind of on my second copy that I got a repo so I could play without deleting my original save file. And like it was so fun to play, and like I just couldn't believe. Also, I'm doing it, and looks like I'm ending the episode, but I'm gonna keep talking, and I'll put maybe stock footage of women or something, or I'll put stock footage at the end if I don't finish my Pokemon story before the video is done. And I was playing my Emerald again, and I didn't realize that like the special and the physical were by type rather than move, like it hadn't been since Gen 4. Until I went and played it, I was like, "Wow, that's crazy! I didn't know that." As a kid, I would have known stuff like that. And then, things like just like general, like it's just I don't know. The competitive Pokemon was crazy, and so I watch him. He uploads like daily. I watch every single video of him. I think it's so interesting, and he's a good personality too. I like watching him as a character. Yeah, and then of course I played a bunch of the Pokemon spin-offs. I played Pokemon Ranger on my DS. I played Mystery Dungeon, tons of Mystery Dungeon. I didn't buy the remaster, the remake of it for the Switch. It's the same game basically. Also, that was when I had planned it, and I was going to jump into it. I figured there was a wall behind it, but there wasn't. So I I kept talking. I was like, oh, that's a
I thought I
bad
might learn
outro.
to
But
as well.
of course, now I have a new thing because it's post commentary.
Do
But
cool outro.
yeah, I play a lot of spin-offs.
I guess we'll
Yeah.
uh
So
bye bye.
I don't know. I guess that's probably good for Pokemon. I guess you know. I guess sometimes I'll probably do live commentary now that I know how or fix it out again, and then I'll do some post commentary like this, more like personable stuff like that again. In the future, if I ever feel like I don't want to talk when I'm recording or something, I guess I can do like that again. If I ever feel sick, I actually do feel a little sick now. I was blowing out some clear mucus. Don't worry, I'm not like COVID sick. Although I do have some family members out of state
I am having difficulty. Oh,
that are
I
COVID
figured it
positive.
out.
I have
Okay, goodbye.
more than a handful. That's more than five. I won't go into depth, but you know, just as a general thing, COVID is still there. Stay safe, stay healthy. Don't go out if you don't have to. It's still very there. It's still very real. Um, yeah. Well, I told you I was watching my video as I'm going, so that's over now. It's over. So this is all going to be stock footage now that you're watching. If you're still listening, I hope someone's still listening. Looks like 46 minutes, so I was actually 5 minutes longer than I had originally thought the video was going to go. But again, that's okay. Don't worry about it. And so don't worry about it to me, I guess. Um, yeah. So I guess I'll have more episodes, I'm sure, coming up. But right now, this is episode 3. I hope you all enjoyed. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. Hit the notification bell. All those good things. I'm actually surprised. I will be interested to see if people actually watch this whole thing. I'll be curious. Yeah, but I mean, yeah. So you can see I'm not great at DR, but I still enjoy it. Thank you to everyone that is on the DR staff team for being awesome. Thank you for not being on the staff team. If you're not, and just being a community member, you're awesome too. Stay safe, stay happy, be kind, all those general B's, and then yeah, I guess just leave comments. What skill tree I should go down, left, right, or down, and then also like maybe I don't know if you have tips or something. I guess or like if you have I don't know something to say. I guess I don't know. But yeah, that's it. Take care. I'm gonna press the stop button here on this post commentary, and I hope you all have a wonderful day, night, week, month, year, day, whatever you need. Bye bye.